A property manager at the end of the day only really has two jobs, which is to make sure that the revenue is flowing from the property and that the property is in good physical condition. The greatest challenge a landlord faces when they're dealing with their own property tends to be the emotional connection that they have to it and to the tenant that occupies it. When the emotions get too high, when they reach that fever pitch, it tends to lead to acrimony that can compromise the ability of that landowner to manage that property effectively. That's often where we come in. We act as that barrier of separation that keeps the tenant from the landlord and allows the business to get back down to what it's supposed to be doing, providing a home for the tenant and providing income stream for the landlord. We've been in business for 15 years, and in that period of time, we've learned a few lessons. The most important thing is screening, screening, screening. And to that end, we have someone on our staff whose sole intent and purpose is to screen applications, to check references, to make sure that the person who's occupying a client's home is a good fit and will treat it with the respect that it deserves. When it comes to insurance, Landlord offers an insurance program that's available for standalone investment properties, because one will find when they're inquiring with their insurance companies that they may not actually have any interest or any policies that can cover rented dwellings. We have one that will not only provide at a reasonable rate the program that's required, but also make sure that all the items that are important when it comes to rental property are in fact in place. Little things that you may not be otherwise noticed when it comes to obtaining this policy, but will be nonetheless important when it comes to the total lifespan of a rented dwelling. When you've been in business as long as we have, you've learned that you've got to have good trades. And so we insist on having ones that are licensed and bonded, because at the end of the day, they have to go in, they have to get the job done right, they have to get it right the first time. We cannot have them going back in. And it helps that they have the necessary coverage just in case anything goes wrong. For the 24-hour emergency response, we offer a 24-hour pager that's available for the tenants to contact us in the event that there's an issue. Dealing with issues after the fact is inevitably a part of it, so we have a paralegal on staff who's there to take care of any legal issues that may arise. That includes chasing a tenant if there are any damages that need to be held accountable for. We also offer our clients an online web portal that allows them to access statements so they can see what's going on with their account on a regular basis. And from there, they can also check inspection reports with images of the suite's interior and see any invoices or bills relating to their property. A common adage for real estate is buy, hold, and sell. And as the core of our business is property management, that's the hold component. Identifying the properties that we feel would best be suited to be income properties and then taking care of the purchase of that with our client. When it comes to sell, we also approach that from a property management perspective, taking advantage of the connection that we have with the tenant that we've established by being their landlord for as long as we had, and taking care of everything associated with dealing with the tenant in that property, which is an area that commonly real estate agents will trip up on. For rent collection from tenants, we've moved beyond post-dated checks. So that means not just offering pre-authorized payment, but also offering web banking so that way a tenant can pay their rent the same way as they pay a credit card online. A common interruption to the collection of rent is the gap between tenancies. So to address that concern, we have a member of our staff that's dedicated to coordinating the re-rental of suites. That means ensuring that an agent is assigned in a timely manner, that the marketing is carried out in an effective way, and then a tenant is sourced so that it's a back-to-back rental. That way there's no gap between the tenancies, and that also includes taking care of the maintenance that needs to go between these tenancies. And for those that are looking for truly that added measure of protection, we offer the Enhanced program, which part of it includes the rent warranty program, and that offers rent protection for up to 6 months in the event the tenant cannot make payments of the rent. As well, all legal fees associated with an eviction are covered. And if it's a tenant that we found and they fail to live out the first term of their tenancy, we'll also re-rent without charge for what is really worry-free management experience. When a client decides to make contact with us, it's about establishing the line of communication, understanding the needs of that client. It's about bringing them in, understanding what it is that they're looking for, setting an objective and meeting that objective, manage their expectations, and establish the partnership that we believe is necessary in order to effectively manage the property. We are providing peace of mind. It's the ability to continue to go on with your daily life without having to think about your investment on a regular basis. We're here to answer the landlord's prayer, which is to keep the property rented, collected, and quiet.